Did you know the sun loses 4 million tons of mass every single second? That's right. Our mighty sun is burning through its fuel at an incredible rate, gradually shrinking as it does. But don't worry, it's still got enough energy to keep shining for billions of years. You see, the sun has been shining for approximately 4.6 billion years and is expected to last for another 5 billion years. So the next time you feel the warmth of the sun, remember the incredible forces at work.
Think our solar system is huge? Picture this. You could line up all the planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And they'd fit snugly between Earth and the Moon. That's right, the average distance from Earth to the Moon is about 238,855 miles. And there's enough room to squeeze all our planets in there. It's a mind-blowing reminder of just how vast and empty space can be, even within our own solar neighborhood. Do you know that for us to have a perfect solar eclipse, the sun will have to be 400 times the size of Moon, and the Moon to be 400 times closer to Earth than the sun? And that, folks, is exactly how it is. What are the odds, right? Here's the kicker. Out of 293 moons in our entire solar system, Earth's is the only one that creates a perfect solar eclipse from the planet's surface. We hit the cosmic jackpot. Out of 8 planets, we're the only ones where the moon and sun appear the same size in our sky. It's like the universe set up a perfect photo op just for us. This cosmic alignment is why we get to see those killer scenes in the sky. You know, the ones with the sun's corona forming a perfect ring around the moon? Yeah, that's all thanks to this insane coincidence.
Did you know that Jupiter has a storm that's been raging for over 400 years? Meet the Great Red Spot, a massive swirling hurricane so huge it could fit an entire Earth inside it. This colossal storm, rotating counterclockwise with speeds up to 400 miles per hour, has captivated astronomers for centuries, and it's still as ferocious as ever. What secrets could this ancient tempest be hiding?
Beneath its shroud of clouds, Venus harbors a world so extreme it defies imagination. Often called Earth's twin due to its similar size and composition, Venus is anything but hospitable. Its surface is hot enough to melt lead, with temperatures reaching a scorching 462 degrees, hotter than Mercury, despite being twice as far from the Sun. But the heat is just the beginning of Venus's extremes. Its atmosphere is a toxic cocktail, 96% carbon dioxide, with surface pressures 90 times greater than Earth's, equivalent to the crushing depths 900 meters below our oceans. Sulfuric acid rain falls from its clouds, evaporating before reaching the surface due to intense heat. Perhaps most bizarrely, Venus rotates backwards compared to most planets, and so slowly that its day is longer than its year. One Venusian day lasts 243 Earth days, while it orbits the Sun in just 225 Earth days. Venus stands as a stark reminder of how different two seemingly similar planets can be.
Do you know of a volcano so massive it dwarfs Mount Everest? On Mars, there's one 3 times taller. Olympus Mons stands at about 13.6 miles, which makes it nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest. This height, along with its vast base spanning around 370 miles in diameter, makes it the largest volcano in our solar system. It is a shield volcano, similar to those in Hawaii, and it last erupted millions of years ago. Imagine climbing that giant. It's a mountain that would make even the tallest peaks on Earth look puny.
Saturn's iconic rings will disappear within the coming months. Brace yourselves for this fascinating cosmic revelation. Well, you see, Saturn's majestic rings aren't being depleted or destroyed. However, they're about to pull off a jaw-dropping vanishing act from Earth's perspective. Here's the twist. Saturn's axial tilt, which is 26.7 degrees, creates seasons. During its equinoxes, the rings seemingly vanish from our view. Why? These cosmic wonders, spanning an astonishing 175,000 miles, are incredibly thin, merely a few hundred feet thick. In 2025, we'll witness these rings exactly side-on, making them virtually invisible. This celestial magic trick persists for over 7 Earth years, an entire Saturnian season. So Saturn's rings, made of rock and ice pieces of a grain to a mountain size, aren't truly disappearing. When Saturn's seasons shift again, we'll once more be able to marvel at this ringed wonder.
The Jupiter's Great Red Spot is actually a storm that has been raging for over 400 years. Swirling anti-clockwise, it's fueled by gases in Jupiter's atmosphere. Scientists think that the storm's red hues are due to complex chemicals altered by the sun's radiation. With winds reaching 400 miles per hour and a structure hundreds of miles deep, the Great Red Spot is an ever-changing phenomenon.
Think Pluto's just a forgotten ex-planet. Think again. This fascinating celestial body holds more secrets than you'd imagine. Once our solar system's smallest, most distant planet, Pluto lost its planet status in 2006. Shockingly, it's tinier than Earth's moon and several moons of gas giants. Its reclassification stems from the fact that it couldn't clear its orbit of other objects. In fact, the Kuiper Belt debris in its path outweighs Pluto 14 times over. Now crowned the largest dwarf planet, Pluto narrowly beats Eris in diameter. But here's the kicker. Pluto boasts 5 moons, with its largest, Charon, forming a binary system. Together, they orbit a point outside Pluto itself, adding another layer to this cosmic oddity's intriguing tale. Saturn's largest moon, Titan, is a world of eerie familiarity and alien wonder. It's the only celestial body besides Earth known to have stable liquid on its surface. But on Titan, where temperatures plummet to minus 179 degrees, it's not water that flows, it's liquid methane and ethane. Titan boasts a thick nitrogen-rich atmosphere, reminiscent of Earth's primordial air. Its surface is sculpted by methane rain, forming river channels, lakes, and seas. The largest sea, Kraken Mare, is larger than Earth's Caspian Sea. Titan even experiences seasons, with its methane cycle mimicking Earth's water cycle. Intriguingly, Titan's chemistry might support a form of life entirely different from what we know on Earth, perhaps based on methane instead of water. Beneath the icy crust of Saturn's moon, Enceladus lies one of the solar system's most tantalizing secrets, a global ocean that could harbor life. This small moon, only 500 kilometers in diameter, has captivated scientists since the Cassini mission discovered enormous geysers erupting from its south pole, spewing water vapor and ice particles into space. These plumes are evidence of a subsurface ocean, kept liquid by tidal heating from Saturn's gravitational pull. But what makes Enceladus truly exciting is the composition of these plumes. They contain organic compounds, salts, and silica nanoparticles, ingredients that suggest hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, similar to those that support life in Earth's deep oceans. With a potentially habitable environment of liquid water, energy sources, and organic compounds, Enceladus has become a prime target in the search for extraterrestrial life. Could it be hiding microbial ecosystems in its sea? Future missions may unlock the answer to this mystery.
Imagine a space mission going terribly wrong. It's 1970, and Apollo 13 is on its way to the moon when an oxygen tank explosion turns the mission into a desperate fight for survival. With a damaged spacecraft and dwindling resources, the crew, including Jim Lovell, Jack Swigert, and Fred Hayes, used the lunar module as a makeshift lifeboat to get home. They ingeniously navigated technical complexities for an unlikely return, proving that even in the face of disaster, human ingenuity and teamwork can save the day. Ever wondered about the U.S. flags left on the moon? The 6 flags planted by Apollo missions have endured extreme temperatures, intense sunlight, and no atmosphere. They're likely faded and tattered. Satellite images taken by NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, LRO, show that 5 flags are still standing, casting shadows on the lunar surface. The flag from the Apollo 11 mission, however, is believed to have been knocked over by the exhaust from the lunar module as it took off from the moon's surface. Voyager 1 is the farthest object we've ever sent into space. Launched in 1977, it's now over 14 billion miles from Earth, journeying through interstellar space. Voyager 1 has ventured beyond our solar system, crossing the heliopause where the sun's influence fades. It carries the golden record, a message to any potential alien life, showcasing the essence of humanity. Despite its immense distance, Voyager 1 continues to send back data, reminding us of our boundless curiosity and the vast expanse of the universe we strive to explore.
Do you know know that after being decommissioned, the International Space Station will come crashing down to Earth? 2031. It's the year our stellar outpost makes its dramatic exit. After decades as humanity's celestial sanctuary, this space-age marvel is showing signs of wear and tear. Why not let it orbit indefinitely? Earth's atmosphere, acting like a celestial magnet, is slowly dragging the ISS Earthward. Imagine a million-pound space behemoth playing a terrifying game of cosmic roulette with our planet. But fear not, NASA has a unique plan. They're constructing a specialized deorbit vehicle. Think of it as an interstellar hearse for the ISS. It will ensure that any wreckage that survives the 3,000-degree heat of re-entry will crash harmlessly into a remote part of the Pacific Ocean. This area is aptly dubbed the Spacecraft Cemetery. This watery graveyard already houses hundreds of defunct satellites and the remains of Russia's Mir station. While bidding adieu to the ISS, at least we won't have to duck and cover from unexpected space debris.
Imagine a region of space so vast it could contain 10,000 galaxies, yet it's almost completely empty. This is the Boötes Void, also known as the Great Void, one of the largest known voids in the universe. Discovered in 1981, this enormous bubble of emptiness spans about 330 million light-years in diameter. That's 236,000 trillion miles across. The Boötes Void is not entirely empty. It contains about 60 galaxies clustered in a tube-like structure, but considering its immense size, it's astonishingly barren. Some scientists speculate that these voids could be the result of super-advanced alien civilizations expanding to encompass multiple galaxies.
Imagine a cloud so enormous it dwarfs all the oceans on Earth combined, 140 trillion times over. That's the size of the gigantic water vapor cloud found in space, floating around a distant quasar. This colossal cloud is in the space between galaxies and holds more water than we can even fathom. Despite space's super low temperature, it's still in vapor state because the pressure is also incredibly low, almost vacuum. So it's like having a cosmic ocean out there, far beyond our wildest dreams.
In 1977, astronomer Jerry Eman was scanning the sky with Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope when he stumbled upon something extraordinary, a 72-second signal that didn't resemble anything he'd ever seen before. The signal came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, near the star cluster M55. What made it so mysterious was its frequency, 1420 MHz, a signal emitted by hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. Many scientists believe this frequency could be used by extraterrestrial civilizations for communication. Eman was so astounded by the strength and clarity of the signal that he wrote "wow" next to the data, giving the signal its famous name. Despite repeated efforts to detect it again, the signal never reappeared. No definitive explanation has ever been provided. Some theorists believe government knows more about the "wow" signal than they're letting on. Floating in the cosmos, astronauts have reported some truly mind-bending experiences. Major Gordon Cooper, on the last Mercury mission, spotted a glowing green object racing towards his capsule. Amazingly, a tracking station in Australia confirmed it. Cooper never wavered from his story, taking this secret to his grave. But that's not all. In 2003, Chinese astronaut Yang Liwei heard something that defies explanation. He reported knocking on his spacecraft's exterior. In the vacuum of space, that's impossible. Yet other Chinese astronauts have reported similar eerie sounds. The Apollo 11 crew reported a strange music in their headsets while orbiting the far side of the moon, far from any earthly radio signals. And in 1996, NASA astronauts witnessed a silvery object silently streaking across space at impossible speeds. Are we being visited by cosmic neighbors? Is space-time playing tricks, or is there an even stranger explanation? Did you know astronauts train underwater for spacewalks? By practicing in large pools, they can simulate the weightlessness of space and develop the muscle memory needed to work effectively. In a pressurized suit, astronauts undergo rigorous physical fitness regimens, including strength training to counteract muscle atrophy in microgravity. Building robust cardiovascular health is also critical. For surviving the demands of spaceflight, a modern astronaut spacesuit weighs a staggering 280 pounds on Earth. This technological marvel provides life support, temperature regulation, and protection. Against the deadly vacuum of space, preparing for a spacewalk requires meticulous planning and training. Astronauts must rehearse every step, from safely exiting the airlock to navigating the complex movements needed to service a satellite or repair the external hull. The human body was not designed for the rigors of space, yet through ingenious engineering and intensive preparation, astronauts are able to venture beyond our planet, expanding the boundaries of human exploration. Pilots and astronauts must master not just physical skills, but also complex academic knowledge. Mastering aerodynamics aerodynamics, orbital mechanics, and spacecraft systems is essential for mission success and survival. Spaceflight takes an immense mental toll. Astronauts undergo extensive psychological screening and training to ensure they can handle the isolation, confinement, and stresses of being hundreds of miles from Earth. Astronauts and fighter pilots are put through intense centrifuge training, experiencing forces up to 9 Gs. This helps their bodies adapt to the crushing pressures of high-speed maneuvers, preventing them from blacking out. When a jet undergoes high G maneuvers, blood can pool in the lower body, depriving the brain of oxygen and causing the pilot to lose consciousness. Specialized G-suits use pneumatic bladders to force blood back up to the head.
Did you know that humans are not an advanced species? Not by a long shot. On the Kardashev scale, which ranks advanced civilizations, we only score a whopping 0.72. But wait, there's more. There's an area in space known as the Great Void, nearly 300 million light-years in diameter. It's the largest known void in the entire universe. Only 60 galaxies have been discovered in the void, when scientists estimate there should be at least 2,000. So, is this the home of the most advanced species in our universe? You see, on the Kardashev scale, a Type 1 civilization, also known as a planetary civilization, can store and use all the energy that reaches them from their host star. Type 2 civilizations, known as stellar civilizations, can control the total energy of their host star. Type 3 civilizations are known as galactic civilizations, controlling the total energy of their entire host galaxy. If Type 3s did exist, they probably wouldn't be noticeable at all. All the energy and light from the stars would be held and used, just like the Great Void.
Imagine if your handheld device could harness the energy of an entire galaxy. Mind-blowing, right? Well, here are some facts about Type 3 civilizations. These cosmic juggernauts, straight out of science fiction, are the ultimate energy maestros. We're talking about a civilization that's mastered the art of extracting power from every nook and cranny of their galaxy. To them, black holes were just cosmic generators. Supernovas? Galactic fireworks doubling as power plants. Using megastructures like Dyson spheres and stellar engines, these advanced beings manipulate space-time itself. They've cracked the code on dark energy, antimatter propulsion, and maybe even created traversable wormholes for intergalactic coffee runs. According to the Kardashev scale, humans are barely a Type 0.7. We're like toddlers playing with crayons, while Type 3 civilizations are painting masterpieces with quasars and nebulae. So next time you charge your phone, just remember, somewhere out there, an advanced civilization might be using an entire galaxy as their cosmic charger.
Picture this. You're free falling towards a black hole. As you get closer, your watch seems normal, but Earth time? It's on fast forward. Mere seconds for you could be years, decades, or even centuries back home. But wait, there's more. The black hole's gravity bends light so much, you'll see multiple versions of yourself, like a cosmic funhouse mirror. Now, let's chat about the point of no return, the event horizon. With the right cosmic camping gear, you might survive for a whole year. Imagine floating inside a black hole, watching the universe outside age like it's on fast forward. You'll see stars born and die, galaxies collide, and the cosmos evolve, all in the blink of an eye. But the grand finale awaits at the center, the mysterious singularity. Density becomes infinite. Your atoms will be pulverized. You'll literally break the law of conservation of energy. In essence, you'll be erased from existence. Poof, gone. No traces left behind.
There's a black hole out there that literally sings. Imagine floating in space and hearing a B-flat note 57 octaves below middle C. That's what NASA scientists discovered back in 2003. This cosmic concert comes from the Perseus galaxy cluster, about 250 million light-years away. There's a supermassive black hole at its center. The black hole sends out pressure waves that ripple through the hot gas surrounding it. These waves create sound waves, like cosmic drum beats.
Imagine 3 stars bound by gravity and one transforming into a black hole in a cosmic cradle without a violent blast. Is that even possible? Scientists recently discovered the first ever black hole in a triple star system, challenging what we know about black hole formation. Normally, a black hole forms with an intense supernova, launching any nearby objects into space. But in this case, the third star remains bound, implying a gentle black hole formation, likely from direct collapse rather than a supernova. The system, called V404 Cygni, includes a close black hole feeding on one star, with the third orbits at a massive distance, taking 70,000 years for one orbit. Gravity simulations showed that for this outer star to remain, the black hole had to form without an explosive kick. This hints at the possibility of more such silent black holes hidden in the universe.
Deep in the heart of our Milky Way galaxy, there lurks a supermassive black hole, known as Sagittarius, a star. This monstrous object weighs about 4 million times the mass of our Sun. It's not as big as some of the other supermassive ones out there, but it's a gravitational titan that holds our galaxy together, yet it's invisible to us directly. Its immense gravity influences stars and gas clouds, making it a critical player in the dynamics of our galactic home.
Hold on to your helmets because this news is about to send you into orbit. NASA just gave Jeff Bezos the green light to build, wait for it, a space hotel. Yeah, you heard that right. Launching in 2027, the Orbital Reef Station isn't just any space station. It's Blue Origin's floating HQ, and it's about to change the space game forever. Here's the deal. It's set to replace the International Space Station, ISS, which will be splashing into the Pacific in 2031. Bezos calls it a mixed-use business park. Fancy talk for work and play in space. But let's talk amenities, because this place is fancy. Massive Earth-facing windows, 16 sunrises and sunsets. Every day, take that Earth. Vertical farms, space salads, anyone? Co-working spaces. Zoom meetings will never be the same. Imagine waking up, floating to your window, and seeing the entire planet below you. Mind blown. Now before you start packing your space suitcase, remember, this cosmic getaway ain't gonna be cheap. But hey, can you really put a price on being one of the first space tourists? So what do you think? Would you book a stay at the Orbital Reef?
Imagine powering homes directly from space. This ambitious vision could become reality by 2030 through space-based solar power. Here's how it works. A specially designed satellite orbits Earth, continuously collecting sunlight, an advantage over ground-based panels limited by day and night cycles. This satellite converts sunlight into high-frequency radio waves, which it beams directly back to Earth. On the ground, a receiver known as a rectenna captures these waves and transforms them into usable electricity. This energy could flow to up to 3,000 Icelandic homes, supplying clean, consistent power regardless of weather or daylight. But why Iceland? The country has limited daylight during winters, making it a perfect place to trial this revolutionary technology. Space Solar, the company spearheading this initiative, believes such systems could provide a renewable, uninterrupted power source, which could eventually support other regions and industries worldwide. This space-based solar power could redefine global energy, allowing any location on Earth to tap into renewable energy at any time.